Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. Thank you for joining me for this video. And free agent Jake Dolegala, he actually came out to minicamp on a tryout basis earlier this week, and so he is signing with the Green Bay Packers as of today, per his agent. And so this move is going to give the Packers another option to look at quarterback, a very interesting prospect. But I'll get to that in a minute. But certainly someone that'll be fun to watch and see how this transpires for him. As obviously, in order for him to make the roster, he's probably going to have to need for Aaron Rodgers not to show up in order for him to end up earning a roster spot. But that being said, while Aaron Rodgers is not there, whether or not he comes back, that remains to be seen. Most likely not, but we'll see. Jordan Love has been getting some valuable snaps. All he can do is continue to gain preparation for his moment, and we'll see how that works out for him. They've got Blake Bortles, so Blake, he does have experience as a starter. He's a veteran now, and so they have that experience, and they do have Ben Kurt as well. And so now they're adding Jake to the mix as well. So this is a great opportunity for Jake. So for Jake, I believe in 2019 he spent some time with the Cincinnati Bengals, in this past season a little bit of time with the New England Patriots. And so he's been on a couple NFL teams in terms of going out there competing. He hasn't gotten any games or anything like that. But in his young career, given that he is from, I believe, Central Michigan State. So yeah, that certainly bodes well for a kid from Central Michigan State. And so a little bit about what they talked about his scouting report when he was, coming out for the draft. He went undrafted, but it was really his performance that he had at the pro day that really caught their attention. Because honestly, to that point, nobody really had a great idea, or he wasn't a huge name, but he worked his way into the conversation of possibly being a seventh round prospect to look at in that year's draft, going back to 2019. So he's definitely around it. They have him listed at about 6'6", 6'7", but he's definitely taller than 6'5", so he has the size that you look for an NFL quarterback. The biggest knock, well, one of the many knocks that you can have is simply the fact that he barely threw the ball, honestly. And his career completion percentage at that level of football was just 57.6% passer. And he barely threw, like 24 passes a game back in 2018. And he threw for 16 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. So certainly the numbers look extremely low. And just 201 yards a game. However, it has a lot to do with just the coaching style of his coach at the time. They prefer to run the ball a lot rather than pass the ball. And so therefore you really didn't get a good look at, what Jacob is actually capable of doing. And so, but that being said, though, he did rile the scouts at the scouting combine. He certainly has the size. They say he has a nice, solid arm, overhand mechanic. The ball comes out fluidly, nice touch. And so they're saying that it's, kind of difficult to gauge whether he's accurate or erratic is what they're saying, or what they said, I should say, and that he plays the plays and the players that he worked with were, very basic. And so obviously better talent, obviously being able to throw to someone like Devontae Adams, that'll bode well for you. So you'll really get a very strong evaluation with that. But hey, they did bring him in for minicamp. They like what they saw, and other teams as well that brought him in, such as the Bengals and the Patriots, so they've liked what they've saw. So this is definitely someone that's very intriguing. There's a lot that we don't know about him. But he certainly has the tools, if nothing else, to make for a solid quarterback. So this could be someone that is a prospect that you hold on to, continue to develop, and maybe one day he gets a shot, comes in, and then he wows everybody. But certainly allowing him to continue to get acclimated to the speed of the NFL and just the talent that the NFL has. He does have a lot to work with. So certainly someone to keep an eye on. But with that being said, thank you so much for joining me for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, as more news continues to drop, you can be sure to find it here. So thanks again for watching, and see you guys next time.